These days could change everything we know about our place in the cosmos. Right now, as you watch this video, the interstellar object known as 3I Atlas is at its closest point to the Sun, the moment astronomers call perihelion. It is a critical phase, and what is happening now is unlike anything scientists have ever seen before. This is not just another comet. 3I Atlas is behaving in ways that challenge every model of celestial mechanics. It is shifting its tail, glowing with strange colors, and moving through space at a speed that should not even be possible. Some researchers believe it is simply a natural wanderer from another star. Others, including one of Harvard's boldest astrophysicists, think it could be something else, something built. Now, new data from the James Webb Space Telescope, the Hubble Space Telescope, and dozens of ground-based observatories are converging on one unsettling possibility. What is happening with 3I Atlas right now could become the most important discovery in human history, or the first warning. When 3I Atlas was first detected in July 2025 by the Atlas Survey in Chile, astronomers immediately noticed something unusual. Its orbit was not merely elongated, it was hyperbolic, meaning it was not orbiting the Sun like every known planet, comet, or asteroid. Instead, it was simply passing through the solar system. This made it only the third confirmed interstellar object ever observed, following Oumuamua in 2017 and Borisov in 2019. Even compared to those remarkable visitors, 3I Atlas stood apart. Traveling at more than 210,000 kilometers per hour, it became the fastest object of its kind ever recorded. Its trajectory would bring it surprisingly close, just 1.36 astronomical units from the Sun and later about 1.8 astronomical units from Earth, roughly 267 million kilometers away. Although still distant, it was close enough for astronomers to monitor it in extraordinary detail. The first observations stunned the scientific community. The object's light signature did not resemble that of any known comet or asteroid. It appeared too reflective, too structured, and too stable under intense solar radiation. Whatever 3I Atlas was, it seemed unlike anything humanity had ever observed before. As the object approached the Sun, telescopes around the world began detecting anomalies that sent shockwaves through astronomy. The Hubble Space Telescope recorded something unprecedented, an antitail, a bright stream of material extending toward the Sun instead of away from it. Weeks later, that antitail suddenly reversed, transforming into a normal tail pointing outward. The transition was so sudden and so perfectly symmetrical that some scientists wondered whether they were witnessing a form of controlled propulsion. Observatories in Hawaii and Spain later confirmed the remarkable shift. Meanwhile, the James Webb Space Telescope detected something even more puzzling. 3I Atlas's coma, the cloud surrounding its nucleus, consisted of 87% carbon dioxide, 9% carbon monoxide, and only 4% water. No known comet in the solar system has ever displayed such a composition. It was almost completely dry, yet it glowed brightly in infrared light as though heat were radiating from deep inside the object. The mysteries did not end there. Spectroscopic observations revealed an enormous cloud of carbon dioxide surrounding the object, stretching nearly 350,000 kilometers, larger than the diameter of Jupiter. Within that cloud, scientists detected traces of hydrogen cyanide and an unusually high ratio of nickel with almost no iron. Such a composition might still have a natural explanation, but as one scientist reportedly whispered, those are industrial ratios. When 3I Atlas finally reached perihelion, many astronomers expected it to break apart under the Sun's intense radiation, just as countless comets have done before. Instead, it did something nobody predicted. It survived. Not a single fragment was detected. In fact, it appeared to emerge even stronger than before. Observers reported that a powerful coronal mass ejection from the Sun struck directly across its path, an explosion energetic enough to vaporize fragile icy bodies almost instantly. Yet 3I Atlas barely seemed affected. It absorbed the impact and continued along its trajectory intact, while its surface temperature rose and then stabilized as though it had been designed to withstand such extreme conditions. Its elongated shape, with an aspect ratio close to 10:1, closely resembled that of Oumuamua. Long, thin, and almost aerodynamic in appearance, it immediately invited comparisons. However, while Oumuamua tumbled unpredictably through space, 3I Atlas remained remarkably stable, reflecting light with an unusual negative polarization, a characteristic not known to exist in any naturally occurring object. Scientists soon began referring to it as the unbreakable visitor. That was also the moment when several theorists, including Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, placed the object into Category 4 of his proposed extraterrestrial classification scale, a system ranking interstellar objects according to their likelihood of being artificial. According to Loeb, 3I Atlas carries roughly a 40% probability of being technological rather than natural. Many researchers dismiss that conclusion as speculation, but with every new anomaly that emerges, the idea seems less like science fiction and more like a question that demands investigation. Right now, 3I Atlas is approaching the maneuver that some believe could change everything. Physicists are watching closely for the exact moment they have anticipated. If the object accelerates beyond what the sun's gravity alone can explain, it would suggest only one possibility, that an additional force is controlling its motion. The maneuver being discussed is known as the O-berth effect, a technique used by spacecraft to gain enormous speed by firing their engines while passing close to a massive gravitational body such as the Sun. If 3I Atlas were somehow to perform such a maneuver on its own, it could gain an extraordinary amount of kinetic energy, enough to slingshot out of the solar system, or, in the most alarming scenario, redirect its trajectory toward Earth.